Lisa's solo career ever since she left YG Entertainment has been nothing but easy. At first, things were seemingly going well. After branching out on her own, she launched her own label Loud and announced that she would be appearing in HBO's show The White Lotus. She also signed with RCA Records and released Rockstar, which caused her to receive a lot of backlash. She was criticized for a lot of things, including alleged blackfishing, paying shop owners in Thailand $500 to close early so she can film her music video, payola, and unfair practices. Even with everything going on, Rockstar was a successful debut for her as a solo artist outside of YG. The song made a huge impact with its debut at number 4 on the Billboard Global 200, making it Lisa's third top 10 hit after her 2 first solo songs. The track also soared to number 1 on the Billboard Global excluding US chart, marking Lisa's first number 1 on that chart and ending a streak of Western English language artists dominating it. Rockstar also broke the record for the most weekly streams by a non-American artist on the Global excluding US chart this year. In the US, the song debuted at number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it Lisa's highest charting entry so far, so yeah, despite everything, she was still doing pretty well, with fans expecting her to break even more records as time went on. With all these achievements though, many have been wondering if they should be attributed to Lisa as a K-pop idol or her as a pop star. Ever since the Blackpink members started branching out on their own, it's become very obvious that Lisa wants to shed off the K-pop idol label and become a global pop star. She performed at the Crazy Horse Show Cabaret in Paris, which she wouldn't have done if she really wanted to target the Korean market or the Asian music market in general. She was endlessly criticized for taking part in the show by Korean netizens, who called her all sorts of derogatory names, shamed her for the performance, and urged her to not align herself with K-pop. She was also asked to leave Blackpink, and the other members ended up receiving backlash as well for supporting her. Lisa also performed at the Gala des Pièces Jaunes benefit concert, and her first single once she got out of YG is entirely in English. Obviously, dealing with all of this, it makes sense that Lisa wouldn't want to do anything with people that were acting as if she committed a crime just because she chose a way to express herself as an artist that netizens didn't agree with. Now that she shifted away from the K-pop label and wants to be recognized as a global artist who's part of a K-pop group, should she still be eligible for nominations and awards in the K-pop category? Is it fair to other artists? To keep you up to speed, Lisa received 4 nominations for the 2024 MTV Video Music Awards: Best K-pop, Best Choreography, Best Editing, and Best Art Direction. Fans were immensely proud of her, seeing as she got all these nominations with her first song as the founder of her own label. Rockstar was undeniably a hit, but people had several problems with the nominations. First of all, the song came out on June 28th, but the VMA's eligibility period closed on June 20th, so the nomination doesn't really make sense. Second, as it was mentioned, the entire song was in English, not Korean, so the nomination for Best K-pop didn't really make sense either. And with Lisa not being Korean, people are left a bit confused to say the least. A Reddit user wrote, "It was released by an American label in English worldwide. Just because Lisa does K-pop as part of Blackpink, it doesn't mean her new solo work is K-pop." However, it's doubtful whether this can be blamed on Lisa because, if we're being honest, this is entirely the doing of the VMAs and RCA Records. Rockstar isn't the only English song competing in the Best K-pop category, as BTS's Jungkook's 7 is also nominated. Normally, both Rockstar and 7 would be considered for Best Pop, but it seems like Western music shows are sidelining artists of color, in this case Asian ones. Instead of giving them the same respect as other musicians, they're being grouped into a K-pop category even when it doesn't really fit. These shows clearly recognize how powerful K-pop is in the music scene right now and how easily they can generate views and engagement by including K-pop groups and artists into their nominations and performances. But by keeping K-pop in its own category, they're limiting the broader recognition these artists deserve. As a Redditor mentioned, a separate K-pop act is basically a participation trophy. We can also hold RCA Records responsible for all of this. Lisa is incredibly talented and deserves every bit of recognition as an artist, so she should have a fair shot against others. However, given how the Western music industry operates, she might not be treated with the same respect as her peers, which is likely why RCA Records sent in Rockstar to be nominated in the Best K-pop category, because she stands a better chance of winning there. As for other achievements, such as Rockstar being the most liked K-pop music video released in 2024 on YouTube, for example, does she really deserve the achievement as a K-pop artist when she's trying not to be one? According to some people, Lisa will never completely let go of the K-pop label as she's still using typical K-pop practices. She released a dance practice video, which pop artists don't typically do even if their songs have choreography. Lisa also did a pop-up in Korea, which people think she wouldn't have done if she didn't want to align herself with the K-pop industry anymore. Since she got started in a K-pop group, she might want to cling to the label for a little bit more until until she finds her footing as an artist. Her most popular controversy, though, has to do with the music video for Rockstar. A few days after the song came out, the director of the music video for Travis Scott's Fine came out with some damning accusations. Gabriel Moses, the director in question, claimed that Lisa and her team had copied his work. Based on the Instagram story he posted on July 4th, a few people let him know that there were similarities between the Fine music video and Rockstar, so he thanked them for informing him. Then he posted a video which contained a specific scene in Rockstar where Lisa is standing in the middle of her dancers, who are all wearing white outfits and have hoods over their heads. The camera starts quickly panning to different dancers, which closely resembles a scene from Fine, in which the camera also quickly pans to different children dressed in white. Moses didn't just let these accusations get swept under the rug, as he said that he contacted Lisa's team and was expecting a response by the end of July. Plagiarism isn't a light issue, so Lisa ended up on the receiving end of a lot of criticism. One commenter said, "The clothing, editing, and shot are all basically the same, and considering his music video only came out like 3 months ago, it doesn't look too good for her." Moses was also urged to take legal action to protect his art. There were also people that accused him of being hypocritical and said that he had also taken inspiration from other people's work as music videos, like Kendrick Lamar's Humble, Ariana Grande's God is a Woman, and Eminem's Houdini all had allegedly similar scenes. A tweet from a fan read, "It's funny because this type of editing in music videos is very common. Travis was not the first nor the only one to do it." They also pointed out that Lisa shouldn't be blamed for the plagiarism issue, since she wasn't the music video's director or creative head. However, this was countered by those who argued that fans always credit Lisa with full creative control, but now that she was facing serious plagiarism accusations, the fans were quick to shift the blame elsewhere. It was also funny because when she was still under YG, people would blame YG for anything that went bad, but now that she was on her own, they were trying to put the blame on anyone but her. Whether you side with Lisa's fans on this issue or not, one thing is for sure, they did end up making things worse for her. Some of them went on to claim that RCA Records had taken action against the accusations by sending an email to Moses, threatening to take legal action for the alleged false claims he had made. The email, titled "Accusations of Plagiarism," spoke of the accusations and told Moses to release a statement in order to clarify the situation. However, things were a bit iffy since the sender and a big chunk of the email were censored, so it wasn't really clear what the whole thing was about. Moses didn't let us wonder for long, though, since he posted the full version and revealed that Lisa's fanbase were the one to send the email, not RCA Records. This had people attack Lisa once more, since they blamed her for not addressing the situation and letting the fans run crazy trying to prove that she's innocent. However, the most damning revelation that came out of this whole thing was that Moses revealed that Lisa's team reached out to his editor. He tweeted, "They reached out to my editor to work on this, by the way, and Fine was the reference. He said nah, and they did it anyway. Enjoy the rest of your day." Seeing as it's the middle of August and Moses has yet to say anything more about the accusations, we can assume that the issue is probably settled. The accusations weren't addressed by neither Lisa nor RCA Records, and Moses never talked about them after the initial post, so it's possible that he was compensated generously to let the issue go. The situation seems to have faded away for now since Moses is posting normally, and Lisa just made a comeback without any issues. Following the Rockstar era, though, fans had a few complaints on how the promotions of the song were handled. There were issues with the premiere of the music video on YouTube, and when it came out, it was put under the wrong category. Additionally, the dance practice video was uploaded late because of technical difficulties. Despite the fact that she's one of the biggest pop stars, the song wasn't promoted anywhere. It's understandable that she wouldn't want to perform on music shows, but the least her team could do was have her perform at festivals, late-night shows, or talk shows in general. The song didn't get much promotion from Loud and RCA Records, which is a missed opportunity. Given Lisa's impressive performance skills, more effort into promotions, interviews, and booking different performances and gigs could have really boosted the song's visibility and reached a wider audience. The song did well even without much promotion, so just imagine how far it could have gone if people had seen her perform it or heard her discuss her journey after leaving YG, especially since it would make for an interesting story. If her teams at Loud and RCA Records don't put in the effort, she might end up being seen mainly as a former Blackpink member rather than showcasing her growth as an artist.